I heard once that the man who designed Central Park in New York City did so knowing that it would be 40 years before anyone would see the trees as he envisioned. Seems these days we can't wait for the next YouTube video to load, our next microwavable dinner to cook, or our next paycheck to arrive. But there are still a few places where this instant gratification culture meets resistance, and roots grow deep.
I think it's like what Jesus says, what the Word says. Taste and see that the Lord is good.
I experienced a lot of challenge in my faith here, partly because it was my first real entrance into faith, I guess.
I've been in Christian school all my life, so I know most of the answers, you know, the right answers. But then afterwards, I go back and I think about it, and I'm like, is that really how I feel about it? You know, like, is this just, am I just saying the right thing? And so that has made me grow.
To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why a school like this should exist, to give a student a safe atmosphere where they can kind of experiment.
The thing that's cool about UCA is people are just like so open to God and so open to talking about things and like the real thing. They're just real with each other about God.
It helps you know that you're not alone. And that's the best part. It really is, to know that you're not alone. When you struggle, you can talk with someone.
Like, it's always been hard for me to open up to people because, like, in my home, we don't share spiritually. And so being here and being able to be with a whole bunch of people and talk about it, that's, like, huge for me.
To be here with a bunch of people who, like, to know and talk about God is a good thing. And when Pastor Ron came down and sharing some of his experiences with us, it was just amazing. And, like, some of the stuff that he did with us was just, like, I've never experienced anything like that before.
Maybe the honesty and the environment in the classroom, that actually gives me the opportunity. To me, where it really happens is on those one-on-one conversations, or when we're going on a mission trip and you're driving down the road and people are just pouring their heart out.
I honestly didn't develop a good relationship with God until maybe this year, because, like, I don't think when you come here, don't expect to get in a relationship with God right away. Don't rush it. Let it develop, because you'll learn a lot of stuff and God will help you throughout the entire way.
Academics are definitely a factor for me. Everything I do, sports, school, whatever it is, I definitely want to excel.
We want to give them the tools they need to be successful, and that's both the ones that want to be challenged academically and the ones that struggle.
There's science classes from Mr. Hartman, then we have our British English teacher.
AP classes, English and calculus, but we also have a vocational and fine arts program and music program that are really strong too.
Mr. Crab is one person that's really passionate about what he does. He just like goes all out. He inspires me to do better in pretty much everything I do.
I noticed since I came to UCA is there is a legacy of excellence, and a legacy of excellence in spiritual things and in academic things. It is cool at UCA to do well. 25 to 35% of our senior class ranks in the top 10%
of all Washington State seniors.
In regards to like being an academics and like the faculty, Hartman's amazing. I walked into Hartman's room at like 11:30 because I had my afternoon free. He had classes, but when he wasn't in class, he was helping me, and I worked from like 11:30 to like 6:30.
I see Mrs. Mann helping the kids. It's rec time, but the ad building's open. Mrs. Turner is always there helping outside classroom time.
I like seeing them figure things out, being there when they're like, oh, I can do this. It's preparing them and preparing them for college, and they know that and they appreciate that.
I've been to the bottom of every hole. I went down to hell and I sold my soul. Broken and shaken, all black and blue. It was your love that pulled me through. I've been blowing in life's winds, crushed by the weight of all of my sins, lost and scattered, dazed and confused. It was your love that pulled me through.
I remember coming here and being like, oh yeah, graduate and, you know, go to college, make money, and buy a nice car and a big house, you know, whatever, get married to a hot wife, whatever, you know. There's now more to it. There's a lot, like my relationship with my friends matter a lot more.
You make such close friends.
I've never had such deep, like, relationships before.
I'm aware of some students that talk to me that it just didn't happen here. But most of the ones that I'm familiar with and work with and, you know, get all involved with, I mean, it's a party that got started here that hasn't stopped.
There have been a lot of students who were just like our kids. We have a few students who just show up. One guy who flies in, many who drive in, but they'll just drop in for the weekend and say, hey, just wanted to come and say hi, and they'll spend the Sabbath with us or maybe the weekend. And I know that's true for a lot of the staff on this campus.
It's not just a friendship. It's not just someone that you play football with after school. You know, you turn into brothers. You really do.
I think I'm just always going to remember going around, causing trouble with Jeff and my other buddies. It'll be fun to look back. It'll be fun to look back on all the crazy stuff we did.
You just really get close to each other, but like at the same time, God too is like in the middle of that.
I have memories here that I won't forget, and I don't know, there's so many, I don't know which one to pick, but your friends make it amazing here. And, yeah.
It's been 10 years since I packed up my memories and left UCA. The breakthroughs and the missed opportunities, the fears, tears, and friendships blur and begin to fade. But somewhere in that blur, I remember catching a glimpse of God. Digging, planting, watering, and waiting, growing something that would last.
Tasted your love and I turned away. Went back to the world and only found pain. I wanna come back as I miss you so. And your love will lead and carry